Mohamed Morsi is finding out that being president doesn't necessarily mean he has final say. Judges on Egypt's Supreme Constitutional Court ruled he acted illegally in reconvening the Islamist-led parliament Tuesday. Army generals dissolved the legislature last month.
The generals and the judges said no.
Morsi! Morsi!
But the president from the Muslim Brotherhood said yes. And in the end, riot police let lawmakers through for a session in parliament. This was the first meeting of parliament since Egypt's highest court dissolved the elected legislature last month. Tuesday's session lasted less than an hour. But this looks like different branches of the Egyptian government fighting each other.
Well, this is a revolutionary time, and you have to expect that these things happen.
The recently elected president, Mohamed Morsi, is asserting himself against the generals who've ruled Egypt since last year's revolution. Morsi's sometimes colorful band of supporters argue he's defending millions of disenfranchised voters who elected the Islamist-dominated parliament.
The Supreme Council of the Armed Forces, which had ruled Egypt since Hosni Mubarak's ouster, handed over power to the Muslim Brotherhood's Mohamed Morsi after his election at the end of June, but has not made his transition easy. Last month, Egypt's High Court ruled that parliamentary elections were unconstitutional. The military then ordered the Islamist-led parliament's dissolution, effectively putting legislative powers back in the general's hands. This latest move pushes Egypt deeper into a power struggle between the Muslim Brotherhood and the powerful military, as they fight for the right to draft the country's new constitution.
It dissolved the chamber last month after the Constitutional Court found the electoral laws were unconstitutional. Parliament briefly met on Tuesday anyway, in defiance of the army ban. We're now in a struggle between a newborn regime and an old regime struggling to remain intact, and the old regime's using different methods in order to overpower the people's will, destroying their legitimate institutions and destroying a parliament elected by 30 million Egyptians. The court ruled the presidential recall was itself unconstitutional. Police were deployed around parliament, but members left before any action could be taken. Non-religious and liberal parties have condemned Morsi's recall as a violation of the separation of powers and an attack on the judiciary.
Supporters of Mohamed Morsi in Tahrir Square accused the country's top court of playing politics rather than upholding the law.
Those judges were appointed by Mubarak not too long ago. Where were they when parliamentary elections were rigged for years under Mubarak?
We want to tell the president to answer the Constitutional Court through a national referendum. Ask the people. The people's authority is higher than that of the court.
The court is trying to put pressure on the president. They know he's standing up to the military council alone.